All right, everybody. Mr. Furlough.
What is up?
Call me Mr. Snooze Button, but I don't wake up to it once the snooze goes off.
Hey.
John Larson, Adele, Dennis Lord, great having you. I think Dennis Lord's a new one. Catfish Mama beat me. Oh, wait. Mr. Furlough with us, y'all.
You pulled a page out of my book, Terry.
Oh, man. Like that, run around in a panic.
Alarm goes off. It's like, nope.
That's something I don't hit the snooze button, man, because it's what I'll do if I do that. Stephanie, let's see. I'll go back and read the pattern with my replay, I guess. Gnarly. And got me behind Misty Steele. TJ's with us. John Larson. Appreciate all y'all. And we got Mr. Eric here. Furlong. We got Beantown in the basement. Beantown. Beantown.
Dude.
I guess Beantown's already out arguing. Appreciate everybody. Sorry about that.
Things happen.
Oh, man, I jumped up and turned the coffee pot on, grabbed Bailey, of course, took her out, and she wants to smell every blade of grass.
She might miss something.
Yeah. Then she never did get finished off. I'll take her back out after I get off here. She decided she didn't want to do everything.
Oh, yeah. Yesterday was terrible, man. My quarantine tank where I had those 2 new fish that I got, the freaking heater went in it, and I lost one of them. I managed to save the other one, though.
Wow.
I saved the one that I ordered, that I did that whole order for, luckily. But the other one, my Super Red Empress, got cooked.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's bad, man.
They were fine the day before, and the heater must have went overnight because that one was cooked, and the other one, I could tell if I wouldn't have got him out of there, if he would have stayed there any longer, he probably would have been next. But,
man, some of the stories I've heard about y'all and haters, that scares me, man.
Okay, I managed to save one of them though, and it was the one I really wanted. So I mean, it sucks that it still sucks that I had to lose the other one. But.
That's bad. I went yesterday evening, went out and ate with Luke and the Carver family, and I went over to the pet store, man, and started by my tank. I held off for a day or so, but
yeah,
I fell in love with the tetras and the barbs, man. It's
Barbs, I'm telling you,
they had some beautiful barbs, man.
that's
And
one of my favorite smaller fish is the barbs.
they was awesome. And I think what I'm going to do go with a barb tank. And I was talking to Peplin last night and put some of these tetras in with my angelfish. Man, they had some. They's called what is it? Red lamp eyes or something like that. Tetras. Those things was beautiful, man.
Yeah, those are pretty.
But the barbs, man, some of them they was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning.
There he is, Beantown. What you up to?
Sitting in Boston traffic.
I actually was going to buy the 20 long last night, but it was a line people checking out, so I just held off.
You're lucky I didn't jump in about 5 minutes ago because I was yelling at some dumbass for watching the sunrise in Boston traffic. We got places to be. Everybody's trying to contribute to society. Watch the sunrise on your own time.
I say there's places you can pull over and watch the sunrise, not in the middle of the freaking road.
Oh, he got the air horn in the middle finger.
And I almost got sideswiped by a guy on one of the side streets over here yesterday. He had to swing like he was driving a semi to pull into his driveway. So he decided he was gonna.
I hate it when they do that.
Ease on into my lane while I was going past him. He got the horn in the middle finger.
See, that's what you need. You need a train horn, Furlow.
I know.
And they are that is the greatest invention ever.
And I watched him pull in his driveway because there's a stop sign right after his house. I stayed at the stop sign, making it look like I was going to get out of my truck, and he like ran in the house.
My fish tank's great. Had Dennis Lord 100 glow light tetras in a planted 55 gallon.
I'm in a rare mood today, there, Catfish, because it's the Celtics and the Lakers are playing each other tonight. So it's through LA Day here in Boston.
Oh, that's gonna be a good one.
You gonna call it?
I'm actually going over. I'm going to be in enemy territory tonight. I'm going to be on my buddy's channel, who's a Laker fan. We're going to do a collab stream. So I'm going to be calling the play-by-play. He's going to be doing the color commentary, and we're going to have Celtics and Lakers fans in the same stream. So that's going to get interesting.
Oh, you're going to be on Valhalla's tonight, aren't you?
Yep.
That's
going to be interesting.
I hope Celtics kills them.
Me too. I hate the freaking Lakers.
I do anymore.
I got something for LA.
Yeah.
Right here.
Pass that along tonight.
All of that. They can take all of this.
See, you missed watching game 2 last night. Sorry. Oh, me. I had fun, though. I got out yesterday evening, ate with Luke and everything. I'm a little ticked off. I'm probably going to get on the phone this morning, but Pizza Hut got me a couple weeks ago, man. But I went and got me a Pizza Hut. They closed my Pizza Hut down so it don't get delivered, and I went and got one on the other side. And
What, they messed your order up?
No, I got home. I'm not going to tip for a pizza when I have to go and get it and go inside and get it and everything.
No, why should you have to tip for if you have to go pick it up?
And I wrote 0 on I hit 0 on the thing when I paid for it. And I got back home. I got a notice that they charged me a $3 tip.
What?
Well, you know what it is? That's a gratuity chip, a gratuity thing. They automatically do that. They automatically do it.
Well, not to me, they won't.
Yeah,
so
they automatically do it. You'll call them, right? I'm telling you, here's what's going to happen. You'll call them, they're going to say that that's an automatic charge anyway. So
Well, you'll see Catfish in jail because
I'm telling you,
they're not. Well, not down here, Butcher. Not in the South.
a lot of places do it now. They call it a gratuity charge, and they just add it in.
Well, y'all go get a GoFundMe to get me out of jail.
That's dumb though. Like what? I gotta pay you to make the pizza. I'm already buying the damn pizza.
Well, they've done away with delivering it to me. I got to go pick it up, man. You ain't going to charge me a tip to come in there and get it. But anyways, old Charlie's yesterday, I ate and everything, and I bought their lunch, and it came to $32. And I put 0 on the ticket, but we tipped in cash.
That's what I usually do.
Oh, I'm telling you, dude, you'll see more and more places do it now. A lot of places up here do it.
Well, like I say, go start a GoFundMe, buddy.
They automatically do it. It's like 2% or 3% or something. It's like, oh, 3. You'll see it down the bottom of the receipt. It'll say like 3% gratuity charge.
Yeah, but it's got where you can add what you want to in it. But anyways, we tipped in cash, and I got home and they charged me $6 tip on the thing too.
So I'm going to
give them a tip this afternoon.
Yeah, because they can't charge they can't charge taxes like when you pay cash. They can't charge taxes on that.
Yeah.
Well,
they're sneaky with that stuff too, because they put it in the smallest print imaginable on the bottom of the receipt, and they hope you don't read it.
Well, they hope the wrong one, so if I give a SOS signal, start me a GoFundMe to get me out of jail.
I'll be expecting a phone call.
I'm not going to put up with it.
It's stupid though, because then they expect you to tip on top of it. It's like, well, you're already getting a 3% tip automatically.
Steve, I don't care what I write, man. I write 0, then I put the amount on there I'm paying down below at 0. And if they can't read, they're going to have a problem with it.
Yeah.
That's what I tell them. That's a you problem, not a me problem.
Yeah.
You can't read.
But
no, I know.
I let the Pizza Hut slide over $3, but this is $8 this time, and I tipped in cash. And the waiter, I about got upset as soon as I got in. Walked in the door, man. You get those waiters who's just rushing you as soon as you sit down.
Oh yeah. What can I? Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Oh yeah.
First thing I did, I sat down. He said, "Bud Light or Miller?" I said, "Neither one." He said, "Oh, you're jumping straight to appetizer. What do you want for appetizer?" "Neither one." What do you want to order? I'm thinking, can we look at the menu, man?
It's like, how about you go over there? I'll call you when I'm ready.
See, I have a black heart and no soul when it comes to those people. Like, you should see me with car salesmen. Oh, dude, I am terrible with those people. Like I said, I have no soul when it comes to them. Oh man, I am horrible to car salesmen. It is awful.
You better believe me, I'm better than I used to be, but my family will tell you, man, if I get upset in a restaurant, they're hurrying up, gobbling their food down, trying to get outside before I get done because they know I'm going to rip the place apart.
That car salesman will walk up to me and be like, "Can I help you?" And I'll be like, "Nope, you can't. What you can do is get the F away from me and let me make up my own mind."
Yeah. So I always tell them when I go by car, like, look, go over there. Like, I see you. You're the one that came over here first. I'll come get you when I'm ready. Like,
oh yeah.
And the place was empty. It wasn't 2 other tables had people in there eating. It ain't like they was having to rush, and it's ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
Like I remember who you are. You're the first one you're the first salesman that came over here. You'll get the sale from me.
Are you kidding me? They're like car salesmen when you show up to a car dealership are like roaches when the lights go out.
Oh, I know. It's like somebody here, get him.
But like I say, we had a great Pizza Hut a mile down the road here, man, and they closed it down. So now you can't even get a pizza delivered. You got to drive.
Did the virus close it down, or did they close it down on their own?
Nah, it was booming, but I don't know if their rent got too high or what. But the virus was helping it. That place was booming, man.
Yeah.
Probably all the takeout and curbside. Yeah.
And now I got to drive through the traffic and everything to get one. And you
Well, you
ain't
gotta
gonna
go all the way
charge
out.
me a tip to come in and get a dang pizza from you.
So you got to go all the way across town to get one.
Well, across our town up here where I'm at from Pizza Hut,
Yeah.
but it's right through the traffic of the mall and everything. I hate making that drive in
We
the evenings.
we ain't got a lot of Pizza Huts up here in the Northeast. Not too many, at least.
Mike's Aquatic.
What's up, Mike?
I think there's like 2 or 3 in the whole state of Massachusetts.
But anybody to charge a tip like old Charlie's tipped them in cash, then they had to write over what you already wrote. That ain't right neither.
Because that's honestly that's like a double tip, you know? Because
Yeah, it is.
they're taking your 3% off the, they're adding a 3% gratuity charge, which is technically gratuity charge is a tip, and then like you they're saying that you should tip, they're saying that you should tip too, like you tip in cash on top of it. So technically, it's like a $10 tip for a pizza, which is like ridiculous.
Well, like I say, y'all stick around because I'm gonna be like Dirty Harry for them.
They are sneaky with it, though.
Yeah, if you don't go back and check your card and everything, I check my card all the time since that friggin' money got stowed from me. And
They are sneaky with it though. Like they'll put that gratuity charge like way at the bottom of the receipt, right? And it's in like the smallest print imaginable. And it'll say you'll see it. It'll say 3% gratuity charge added to whatever your bill.
Yeah.
And then like because they put that down there because they know if you see that, they're gonna say, well, they're already charging me a gratuity charge. I'm not.
I walked in there too. They had a sign up, these little ices. I said, "Look there, Luke, ices." I remember getting them when I was a kid.
Yeah.
He said, "Can I have one?" I said, "Yeah, I'll get you one." I got him my icing. Man, he drunk it right up. He loved it and everything. And he wanted a refill, and I asked the guy, I said, "Can I get a refill, whatever, on the icing?" We got to charge you for it. I said, "I don't care. Bring them another icing."
They have to charge you for the refill on the icy.
Yeah, the ices was $3 each. So $6 for 2 little ices.
That's just places price gouging. That's what that is.
It's ridiculous. But
So, tank top.
to be continued, though. It might be a good video in the making.
You should just record yourself talking to those people.
Yeah, I'll go in there and want my tip.
I'd be like, I'll give you a tip.
Early back, got my coffee. I got to take my blood pressure pill.
Yeah, you better after that.
I should have took it before I started.
Some of these like high-end restaurants some of the high-end restaurants, I've seen them up to like 6% gratuity.
Well, I've been in places, and especially when you got so many people at the table, they charge you, and I understand that, but you don't charge me when you give a ticket and ask what you want to give, and when I give cash, you're not going to charge me, and you're not going to charge me to have to order a pizza and come and get it and come inside and get it.
Yeah, see that doesn't make any sense. If you're picking it up,
if you're going to do that, just charge more for your pizza. Don't add to it.
Yeah. That's you know what I mean. Like if you're coming in and picking it up, there's no like you shouldn't have to like they're doing all the you're doing the work. Like all they're doing is making you the pizza. You're going to get it and bringing it back to your house.
Yeah, they're charging me to come and get it.
I
Instead
know.
of them charging to deliver it.
I know. There's
I let that one slide, but it ain't gonna slide on old Charlie's this morning. I promise you.
there's all sorts of little ways these these chains, these restaurants are getting you to try and make up what the, you know what I mean, make up the cost.
Well, what this is though, it's just that boy. Same thing. What got my card at McDonald's and got me stowed my money. It's just that boy making him a double tip at old Charlie's. I know what was done. He was the one had to do it.
I know.
And he's already on my wrong side anyways.
They're sneaky with it too, man. Like I said, they're sneaky with that stuff too. They'll do something and hope you don't catch it, and then when you do, that's when they'll correct it. But they'll do something like that and hope you don't don't look and don't catch it.
Yeah.
I wound up losing $140 and filed 2 claims on my card where that boy at McDonald's, they stole my card and used the ATM, and I got turned down both claims. And
stole your info, right?
Yeah, so I'm not going to deal with that crap again.
Yeah.
Well, what these places count on, they count on you like being like most everyday Americans, like too freaking busy to pay attention to it, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then when they catch somebody that's like, hey, wait a minute, they're like, oh, okay, you know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They count on you being ignorant and not looking at your stuff. That's what they count on.
Yeah, that's what it is. And most people probably don't. I never did until that got stowed from me.
I just like probably the last like couple of years, I've been really like monitor, like, because there's, you should see the stuff that they'll put on, like there's a lot of places out there that are trying to rip you off. They'll put little gratuities. Oh, this is a 1% charge. This is 2%. Like, oh, you got to read the bottom of those receipts because they put all sorts of stupid charges on them.
Now you take anything back, they charge you a restocking fee.
And then it's and then when you catch them, that's when they get all like defensive and up in their feelings, because it's like, or like when they look at the thing and it's like, why'd you only tip me like $3? Well, you're charging me 8% for a gratuity, like, you know what I mean? Like, this charge, and this charge is like 8%. So you're already making $10 extra. So I'm not going to give you some massive $20 tip when you're already made half of it in the stupid gratuity charges. So I don't think so. And then they get all mad, and it's like, well, it's according to your restaurant or your establishment, that's what the percentages are. So too bad.
I had to turn my cichlid light on. I want to watch them.
But man, I'll give anybody anything, but you don't take it from me.
Oh
no! I mean, I'm willing to tip for good service. I'll tip really well for good service at anywhere, whether it's a restaurant or any type of an establishment. If you're good at what you do and we have a good time, me and my family and friends, we'll tip really well. We do. We get it. But like if you're gonna charge us a ton, some stupid, a bunch of stupid fees, then guess what? You're not gonna get any. You're gonna get like a bare minimum.
Yeah. Like me and my wife, we're the people, like, we rarely go out to eat like on a holiday or anything, but like, I think we went out for one of them. It was like Valentine's Day or something, because it's our anniversary, so we went out.
Yeah.
And the girl that was waiting on us, I was like, we're gonna give her a good tip. I was like, okay, but we wound up giving her like $100 for working on Valentine's Day.
See, that's
a tip.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. If we get really good service, I'll give a big tip, because I know how those people, like, that industry is tough, So I know, and to get good service is a good thing. So I'll give a good size tip. But if you're going to be like, oh, we're taking this, and this from you, and be like, guess what? You're getting like $3.50, and I'm walking away from this.
That's the first time I've been in a restaurant since July last year down in Florida.
Hopefully, by the time you guys get
buddy.
hopefully by the time you guys get to Florida, Catfish, a lot of this will be ironed out, and then hopefully it'll be, somewhat back to somewhat normal.
I hope. I don't know. Tennessee has spiked the last couple of days, but they're still opening everything.
Yeah. Hey, I wanted to comment on that tipping thing. The other day, when it was St. Patrick's Day, I go out and buy something, and they take over a half hour to get me the food. So they see I'm highly disappointed, though I'm not expressing it. You can see it in my face, right? So then they want to comp my food, and I tell them no. No, I came here for good food and good service. So they wasn't providing it, so they want to continue trying to comp my food. And I was like, no, that's not what I want. But regardless of what, they wouldn't accept my food. So what am I supposed to do? Like in that situation, does the server lose out on a tip or anything? So what I did was I gave the server the whole entire amount that was the cost of the food. I gave it to the server. 'Cause why should he miss out on a good tip because of the restaurant at the back of the house?
Yeah, see, that's one thing where it's like where your waiter or waitress is stuck in the middle, because it's like it's not them, it's the restaurant that's telling.
Yeah, but my way it's the server who double dipped.
I from my understanding,
and you know what too, a lot of the servers don't even realize that the restaurant's charging that gratuity. You know what I mean? They don't even realize.
Oh, this one, no. Dang, he's the one sitting there typing it out beside me.
No, obviously there's some people out there that are like just out to get you, but some of these waiters and waitresses don't even realize that their restaurants are doing that. Yeah. Unless they tell them, And then like the Catfish, you're just lucky because you're unlucky because you just ran into a snake. That's all.
No, they're unlucky. I promise you, they're unlucky. They're unlucky. They got the wrong one this time.
I was at a Dunkin' Donuts one time and
like I told you.
Hey, I just got through watching Gator night before last show.
They were hoping that you didn't notice that. You know what I mean? They were hoping that.
Oh yeah, he probably does it to everybody in there. I mean.
Oh, I guarantee it. Excuse me. It's probably not the first time he's done it either.
Because I know a lot of people steal tips in cash and everything. Because just throw the cash down and not put that part on your card and stuff.
You're right. You don't get no tip for giving me something over the counter. That's wrong.
Yeah. I mean, if they're going to do that, just raise the price of your merchandise. And that way you know what you're buying from the store.
I'll be right back, y'all.
All right. They're just crooks out there anymore, man. They're everywhere. And I ain't got no pity since they've stole that money from my card and the bank won't stand liable for it and cover your money. I'm not going to have that crap no more.
No.
Most of the banks will give your money back if it gets stolen from you and everything. But I got turned down 2 claims on that crap. And believe me, if I could change it, I would. But that's my Social Security. They won't send you a Social Security check anymore. They got to put it in on a bank card for you. They won't mail out the paper checks no more.
But you can call the bank to give you another card with a different number.
Well, yeah, I had to do that, and they charged me $13.95 to send me a new card.
MFers.
So I lost $140 that month, plus $13.95 for that little punk down there at McDonald's.
Morning, Florida Fish Rescue. I was at Dunkin' Donuts, and
Florida Fish.
The manager, he stuck his hand in the tip jar and started, fixing because the cash, I guess the register or his registers was short or something, and he started taking their tip money to fix his register. I said something. I couldn't help it. You know, I could see them. He's going to each of the people. Give me $2. Give me $2. Give me $2. I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
it's
So
crazy.
sometimes even the stores will take those tips.
The bank on that card was, man, I forget the name of the bank on that card. I got a video on it. Brooklyn. But when I filed the claim, they say they could find no fraud on the card because the money was withdrawn from my ATM machine out in Sumner County, a place I haven't been in almost a year now.
But you can still prove that because all ATMs have cameras, and they say they're
Right.
supposed to put up the camera.
Right, they got cameras, and I told them after the first claim, I called them back. I told them, I said, you can look at the camera. I said, I ain't even been in that county in almost a year. Well, they said, did you give your card to anybody? I said, I don't give my card to nobody. It's just, man.
Yeah, I would not told them that was in that county, period.
Tank top. It's just crooks out there, man.
What's up, Tank Top? How's the weather over there?
Here?
Yeah.
A little chilly still. That drizzling rain yesterday. I don't know if it's still supposed to do that today or not. I know it's going to stay in the 60s, low 60s for about the next week.
I noticed that whether you have, you send it up to us later on. You got any moisture and stuff, it comes up here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever you had yesterday is over here now.
A couple months ago, Brooklyn, I went to McDonald's and bought a couple sandwiches, and somebody hacked my debit card and stole my money, and I got most of it back, but wound up losing $140, and bank denied my claim twice, never would give me my money back. So yesterday I go to Old Charlie's and tipped in cash and get home and find out they charged me another $6 tip on top of it. I'm just sick of these bums out there.
You ain't tipped enough.
Yeah, change banks. Well, see, I don't have a bank account, Dennis, so they give you this bank and send you a card for Social Security. It's a Direct Express. It's the card and everything. I don't know. Like I say, man, I got no space for anybody who's trying to pull the wool over your eyes.
Especially when money's this tight.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of people out there where money is really tight. So it's like if you're trying to stick it to people, especially now, that's not.
Yeah. I mean, I understand more than ever, once you get on fixed income, man, every dollar counts, and they start doing this crap, man. You start paying a little closer attention to your money and stuff than what I used to.
Well, even just in the current situation, like obviously,
yeah,
money is like every cent, counts for some people now, especially the people who are on really tight budgets. It's like you lose, You know, you lose an extra $20 here or there, and it's like that. You know, that could mean the difference between paying bills and not.
Brooklyn, I promise you, it was the little punk working the drive-through window back there. You know, it's the first window, then you drive up to the next one to get your food. I guarantee you the little punk had a card reader or took a picture or something of it.
You know what I do when I go to an ATM, even if it's in my own bank? I'll touch the whole machine up and down and move it, you know, see if anything is loose.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all around, wherever the numbers are at, above it, around it. I just slide my hand back and forth on things and real quick and to see if there's anything.
I need to, when I go to McDonald's, I need to pull my camera out and start taking pictures of the punk taking my money.
Because even that little piece where you're sliding in the card, it could be hidden in just in that little plastic, the little, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, they got the card readers they hook up to these gas pumps and everything. I go inside anymore to get my gas, pay for my gas and stuff. I don't even like using card on a gas pump.
Oh, they have all sorts of ways that they can get, you know, they can get the numbers that they need.
Well, they say they can walk by you and have card readers read your cards in your wallets anymore.
Now it's gotten to the point where like there, if you have like the wireless doorbells, you know, the Ring doorbell, you know what I'm talking about, or like the wireless garage door stuff, they can. Those are unsecure, like, you know, Wi-Fi connections, so they can hack into that and get it from there.
Hey, they're hacking people's indoor cameras, and it was on the news where they're watching people in their own houses and stuff where they're hacking their cameras.
Oh yeah, they're still doing it. You could buy little attachments to put on your computer, on your laptop, or on your phone and stuff, so you can cover up like a little lens cover, and then you can flick it whenever you want to use your camera now, because your camera, they want you to have your camera covered all the time now.
Yeah,
that's crazy, man.
Yeah. Well, now they I use a VPN. You know, I use the VPN. The VPN scrambles your ISP, so it looks like, you know, wherever I'm broadcasting, it looks like it's from like Taiwan instead of where I'm actually at. You know what I mean? So it scrambles that code. If you do what we do and you don't have a VPN, you should probably look into it, because it's like, especially now with how people are, you know, going after the streamers and the YouTube people, it's
my
like,
niece's camera was hacked yesterday. See, man,
I'm telling you, man, you put a computer in front of somebody and they can ruin someone's life in 2 minutes.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, these hackers, that's what they do. You know, that's literally what they do.
Yeah, I was one. I think it was on Inside Edition, man. One of them, it was on their little girl's bedroom, and they tracked it down, found out it was being hacked from some guy. They actually tracked the guy down somehow, another and got him. But
I didn't know they got him, but I know they was talking back to the machine and everything.
Yeah, that one, he was talking to the kids and stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they caught that one now or not.
Oh, I thought that was who you were talking about.
No, I remember that one there. They was actually talking to the little girl in the bedroom and stuff. I forgot about that one. That was bad too, man.
That's like the downfall to those wireless doorbells, is that it's an unsecure Wi-Fi, signal. So it's unsecured, no firewall, no nothing. So people can, if you use one, and you run into the wrong people, they know they can get information off of that thing in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm. Or even wireless cameras that people connect outside their homes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then run them through their computers, but not knowing that the camera software is not protected, even though their computer's protected.
Yeah, there's no
backdoor.
Yeah,
They're good. They're catching a lot of people, but now they're getting a lot of them in trouble.
good. Good. Catch good. Make them all.
That ring has caught a lot of people who's done stuff wrong out in front of the house and stuff, man. But
Porch thieves, porch pirates.
Yeah, porch pirates and even some other shootings and everything out on the road. They get to investigating, and they found the videos on some neighbors and stuff.
You're right. Yeah, I've heard about that. They follow the they'll follow those ring things, and they'll go from neighborhood, and they can track a car that way too, from block to block.
And it has showed caught some home invasions going on too by people having them inside their house. But dang, you gotta take a chance on getting hacked. Well, they say that, like I say, they say you got a software where it can make it private for you.
That when you mentioned private, I was just about to mention that you buy those things, and the police have complete access to that.
Yeah,
they have all the rights to whatever it is. You can't deny them anything.
Right. Yeah. That's the first thing they do on that first 48 hours anymore. They go around looking, see if it's any cameras on any homes or anything.
Yeah.
Miss Hat Trick.
Wow. Hey, Joey.
Great seeing you, Joey. Get Miss Hat Trick in here. Awesome seeing you, Joey.
See, them hackers are lucky because they're hiding behind a camera screen, computer screen, whatever. Like if any of these people ever got their hands on them, it'd be all over with.
Oh yeah.
You can bet that.
They don't listen good.
Hope you've been doing good, Joey. We sure have missed you. But anyways, like I say, get on a better note, y'all. I just get tired of bums trying to steal from you.
Take your hard-earned money. Yeah, no, I hear you.
Yeah. Like I say, I'll give you a shirt off my back, but I can't stand for you to try taking it from me.
Yeah, it is different. You can give someone something, it's just as simple as asking. But when you try to take it,
I just don't play that game, man.
Oh, I don't even go.
I mean, even ask me for it, man. Just ask me for it. Don't try taking it from me. I still might not give it to you, but ask me. But you don't want to make Catfish bad, man. That's one thing I can't stand as a thief, man.
The people who steal shit, they're the worst. They're the worst. It's like what's the harm? Like just probably more than probably 80% of the time, if you ask somebody for something, you're probably going to get a better answer than just taking it or stealing it.
Yeah.
And I mean, just like taking money off my Social Security like that, it's even more people out there that it would hurt worse than me, need the money really bad, I mean, I need it, but if they'd got the whole thing, it would have put a hurt on me. But I mean, I survived the $140 they stole, but it's still a lot of older people out there. $140 would really hit them hard.
Yeah.
I done beat up 5 of my friends because of that. 3 of them in 3 different occasions. One time it was 4 of us. So it was me and some 3 other friends, and we're out in the mall, walking around in the stores, talking in the stores. And next thing you know, when we're about to leave, they grab us up. Come to find out, the little 3 jerks were stealing. I didn't know. They take me with them. What am I doing? I beat the crap out of them.
They need it, man.
And then on 2 other occasions with 2 other guys walking around and stuff like that, and they do the same thing, I'm like, what, they got to wear it too. I don't care. Don't do nothing like that around me.
Yeah, that's one thing always proud to say, man. I've always had respect for my elders when I was young and everything, and that's what makes me madder than anything to see on TV with these older people. Now the big thing is going around where they're walking down a sidewalk and they're just running up and cold cocking the old people walking up and down the street and everything and beating them up. And like I say, man, if you come up on me, you better hope you knock me out, because I will need a GoFundMe. I don't care what age they are.
Oh, they could try. They could try coming up against. See, I don't even play that game. You
Well, they're just blindsiding old people these days on TV and stuff. And 70-year-old women, man. They had one. They showed a 70-year-old woman just getting laid out by this punk.
I just told you the other day, Terry. They know who to go after. They're not going to go after somebody that they can see that they know saying that's going to chase them down, is going to look at it once they hit them. It's just going to turn around like, what did you do? What's wrong with you? And grab them up and beat the shit out of them.
Well, like I say, they better hope they knock me out when they do it, man, because I won't be chasing you.
How many people I see out there acting tough all the time, and you don't know. You really don't know what tough is when you confront it. When they confront it, then that's when they get it, check them into place.
And man, I used to be a deer hunter. I've got some pretty good aims.
I was just gonna say, if they try and do something dumb like that,
age plays no game in my books. If they're wanting to put themselves in those shoes. A lot of them who's doing it going around now is 13 and 14-year-olds jumping people and stuff.
I get 9 friends that can run way faster than they can.
Yeah.
I got 9 friends that can run way faster than they can.
My 80-year-old dad went to the U.S. in New York and later kept the $5. My dad got grumpy and made the dude give it back. He also said the coffee stuff. Oh, I know.
I can just imagine you saying it.
Oh, I can't tell you.
Oh, man. Hey, I hate to get down, man. I got to go wake up my little one, get her ready for class.
All right, buddy.
I'll be in listening mode.
All right.
I'll see everyone in chat.
It's just a day Catfish needs a chill pill. Carrie.
Hee-haw!
But I hate seeing, like I say, 70-year-old women, I hate seeing people get treated like that, man. I just got no room for it. GRB.
I'm waiting for the time one of those punks tries to mess with like the wrong 70-year-old.
Hey, that one woman, she beat the crap out of the guy. She somehow or another got her hands on a stick or something. Her eye was swollen shut, but ambulance had to take the guy off who attacked her.
That was one of those, yeah, but you should see the other guy moments.
Yeah. And that boy was laying on a stretcher like he didn't know what happened to him.
Morning, Terry.
Buddy, what are you up to?
It's been crazy this morning.
Yeah, it has here too.
Terry, I think my mom forgot her phone today.
Well, that ain't good.
I'm trying to call her, but she's not. She just left this morning.
That's worst feeling, man. Anymore go off. It's like leaving your wallet. You go off and realize you left your phone at home.
I know. She needs to take care of her own belongings.
Cheese Fish Tank, great having you.
Hee-haw!
What's going on with you today?
Just venting a little bit, buddy.
Yep. Still wearing my new coat, my new jacket.
That's awesome, man. We need a jacket here.
Yeah. The one I have is like right here that it says, and if you can see it, it says Canada Weather Gear.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that Canada weather gear, that stuff's
It's like,
pretty popular.
yeah, the tag said it was like $60.
It's been it's tough air. It's been people had their jackets and stuff stowed off of them for wearing that stuff. John Francis.
Right, yeah. Yeah. It was
So
like $60 for that jacket I got.
that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
You working today or got school?
Well, I've got a meeting today. I gotta do my resume. I gotta go to work for Feel for School. It's a I don't know if they ever told you about Feel for School. It's where I pick up the trays,
Oh, all right. That's good.
and I had to stack them up neatly and correctly
Yeah.
with no distractions.
Yeah, that's good, buddy.
Yeah. What you got going on today? Nothing?
Not much, no. I'll probably I don't know, I probably won't do much neither. I might get out and go out for a few minutes, but as far as that goes, I ain't got a lot going on. Science Gal, Brooklyn Chick, John Francis, Stephanie, man, Joey, it's great seeing all of y'all in here. We got 17 people in the room. Florida Fish, Lori's Crochet Corner. It's great having Lori. And some new faces, y'all. I appreciate seeing the new faces.
I better get off here because I hear my bus coming.
All right, buddy. Don't miss that thing.
I won't.
All right. Have a great day, man.
I will tell you. Thanks. You too.
All right, buddy.
Hey.
Take care. Big Easy. Listen to you at 7:30 if you're late. Ridiculous early. At work, can't stay long. We lost Beantown and Eric. I don't know if Eric's in the background or not or yet. Right now, y'all, I'm going to play my members right quick. We've already been streaming about an hour, so I want to go through my members list again. Appreciate all my members, y'all. Got Mike's Aquatics. Brooklyn, how you feeling? You too, John. Great seeing you, buddy. Thanks for coming in. Oh, you're welcome, Brooklyn. Glad you're doing good. Has anybody got anything good going on today? Beantown must be at Starbucks right now. Great having Miss Carrie in here, Science Gal. Hee-haw! Tease Fish Tank just listening. Yeah, be careful driving, man. TJ, maybe the yeah, maybe the waiter kept Butcher's change. Had fish coming, Dave, from George at Aquaball. That's awesome. I won I was in Dan's Fish last night. I won a giveaway he had of some scuds. I didn't even know what scuds was, and I asked if anybody wanted them, and the first one I asked for them was Fish On. It was 2 or 3 asked, and out of fairness, I told them give them to Fish On, being the first one asked for them. He had 2 giveaways, had that and a $100 gift card. It'd been sweet to win the $100 gift card. I would have had me another tank. It's Friday at the store, my fish. Dennis Lord's doing Dennis, I gotta check you out. And done 6 tanks. Have you changed the name, or are you new to the channel? I had people change their names and I don't know it, but which I can't find your site, buddy. Oh, new to the channel, awesome. Do you have a channel, any videos or anything? I appreciate you coming in. We got a great bunch of people, man. Make sure you got all these great people, and if you got a channel, they'll have you back. Oh, you don't? Need to get you some short videos out there and stuff. But like I say, we got a great group of people. Yeah, I think it's the first day he's been in here, ain't it? I don't remember seeing you before, but Terry, I did a little 2-foot native tank yesterday. Short video, TJ. I'll try getting over seeing that, TJ. I'll get that looked at. Everybody go check out Frugal Aquatics. RB,
Hee-haw!
great seeing you. Was you in 2 days ago? Sorry for missing you, man. Like I say, if I don't call you out, it's just because I absolutely overlooked you and didn't see you. Believe me, I know I overlook a lot of people with my eyes and everything. I apologize. And my memory, I might not even remember. Who knows? Yeah, RB's up early. I'm glad to see some of these early people, man. We've had up to 19 people in here this morning. Got 17 right now. Miss Hat Trick with us. Great having her in here. Hat Trick, have you got any new videos out? I was talking about Hat Trick the other day, man. She's got some great videos, but still my favorite's the one on the angelfish, man. Yeah, I know. I need some new glasses. Furlough's almost back. I need new glasses, and I no longer have my eye insurance. So used to, I could go get eye exam, glasses, and everything for $50, but those days are over. GRB.
Hee-haw!
18 people in the room. Great seeing GRB. Another great dude over in Australia. For anybody new, Hat Trick, or anybody who hasn't been around for a while, which that's karma right there blocking one of my tanks, but my fish room and music room's coming together.
All right. Sorry about that.
There he is, Eric. I was drowning up here, man.
Sorry about that.
Thought I was going to have to go grab my life jacket.
Where'd Butcher and Stillion go?
I think he's at Starbucks.
Oh.
I don't know where Steve went. Steve probably at Starbucks too. Joey's latest video is beautiful.
What's up, RB?
She's got some awesome fish, man. But yeah, we was talking earlier, Furlough, man. I fell in love with the barbs, and like I say, the tetras, man. I didn't know it was so many different kind out there.
There's a bunch, yeah.
unreal. They'd make a pretty tank.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's it. The only thing with the barbs and some tetras is if you have any long fin fish, they might pick at them a little bit. But
yeah.
other than that, like if you keep the barbs in a big enough group, they shouldn't bother anybody else.
I got thinking I might just have them different barbs in
Yeah, you
a
can do
tank
that too.
together.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. A barb tank, that would be awesome.
Yeah. I got thinking about that. Maybe put a few of those tetras in with these angelfish or something.
Mm-hmm.
But that one's called, I think it was a red lamp eye tetra. Those neat looking fish.
Those are pretty. The bloodfin tetras are pretty. The rummy nose tetras.
I love the rummy nose. They didn't have any of them.
Congo tetras are a little bigger. They get like 3 or 4 inches. They're pretty.
One of the best looking barbs I've seen usually I fell in love was a green. Oh, it was a green something barb, man. It was awesome.
Green tiger barb.
Yeah, maybe
I got some of those. Yeah, I got some of those. They're pretty.
Yeah. But man, it's tons of different tetras and everything out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've never paid close attention to them, TJ, until I used to. And shoot, I love them, man.
Like I said, my favorite is between the filament barbs and the Odessa barbs. Those are my 2 favorites. And the black rubies, they're nice. They're beautiful too.
I still want to see some filament bars in person. I ain't got to see any in person. 7 angelfish.
Yeah, that's my whole school one's right there. Farting around with each other.
Yeah, Mike, it's got me wanting a tetra tank and a barbs tank both, and I don't know. Like I say, man, it don't do good get to looking around because I ain't got enough space to start thinking all that stuff. Kind of makes me wish I could cut back on some of my guppies, though.
Only live bears I got are swordtails and a couple small school of swordtail and a small school of platies right now.
Those barbs and tetras, are they hard to breed?
I've never bred them, so I couldn't really answer that. But I don't think so. I mean, it's just like with anything else, it's just the right conditions. They should breed.
Yeah, those glow lights, I've seen them and everything. I just never hear many people talk much about the glows.
Well, some people probably think like that they're the glowfish, but they're not. They're just the glow light tetras.
Oh, really? They're not
or it might be something else. There's something like the glow. There's some kind of tetra that people get confused. Like they think it's like one of the glowfish, but it's not. I can't remember what it's called.
I want to get some green neons. Beautiful. I bet you they are.
Yeah, the tetras and the barbs, like Dennis said, they're egg scatterers. So like they'll just scatter eggs all over the place.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cherry tetra's my favorite in my fish room.
I wonder why.
They're neat. Like I say, I'm
green
start,
neon. Yeah.
I'm going to start paying a lot more attention to them. I fell in love with those candy canes the other day. So
yeah, the green neon tetras, if you can find them, they're pretty too. They're just like the regular neons, but they got more like the greenish blue in them. Like if you have them under a really good light, it'll look like little blue lightning bolts swimming across the tank.
Stunning fish, GRB. Now, Petco, they had some of those glass catfish. They was $7 a piece. So the local place down here was $9. So
Yeah.
they're pretty close on the same price.
Yeah.
Bleed hearts, I love them.
And my new guy's doing pretty good. I normally don't just add one cichlid to my cichlid tank because they usually tear him up, but they haven't got him. They haven't messed with him yet. So
That's good. Maybe they won't.
it was kind of an emergency, like I said, because I didn't want to leave him in there with the other dead fish and the heater, malfunctioning.
Y'all talk about those heaters and everything, man. Looks like it'd be dangerous. Those things shortening out and you getting electrocuted if you reach in the tanks or something.
Yeah, I mean, I had a canister filter short out on me one time, and I put my hand in the water, and the only reason I realized it is because I put my hand in the water and it felt like my hand was tingling. It was sending like a faint electric shock through the water. I didn't know it. Yeah, I didn't know what it was. Like, I stuck my hand in the water. I was like, "Do I got a cut or something?" Because it felt like when you get a cut and like you get like salt water on your hand or something.
Just not putting out enough current to bite you hard.
It wasn't enough to like make me jerk, but it felt weird, and I was like, so I started unplugging everything. I unplugged everything. I plugged everything in one by one, and once I plugged that canister filter in, that's when it started up again.
Wow. I don't like that electricity, man. Especially around water, damp areas.
Oh, yeah.
18 people in the room. I appreciate the like buttons, y'all. Well, I'm glad. I know it don't help your pocket, buddy, but I'm glad doctor told you to lay off the rest of the week and get that rested up. Maybe it'll help you out.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, it didn't seem to bother the fish at all, Mike. It was just like whenever I stuck my hand in there, it was weird. I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy, Florida. It don't bother the fish, but you can feel it and stuff. You think it would bother a little fish?
No, they were fine. Like, they were just swimming around doing their thing, still eating, still whatever. And then I go to stick my hand in there to do maintenance, and it's like, oh, okay, something's wrong here.
I don't know if you was in here at the time, but I was telling everybody I won in Dan's Fish last night. I won. He had 2 drawings. He had a drawing for scuds, and he had $100 gift certificate.
Nice.
I won the scuds.
Did you? Nice.
I didn't even know what they was. I gave them away. I asked if anybody wanted them, and a fish on took them. And I didn't know what they was good for. I pulled up a picture of them and seen they wasn't fish, so I got thinking they ain't gonna help me.
I mean, from what I hear, they're a decent algae eater. But
yeah, said Pepin said they're good for your angelfish. They love to eat them and stuff.
Yeah, they're good. They're good fish food, and they're good algae eaters.
But I didn't know, and I gave them away. It'd been nice, that $100 gift card, man. That would have set me up good on another tank. Alan, buddy.
That's true. I didn't even think about that, TJ. Like, fish aren't touching the ground. I am, so that's why it's.
Well, yeah, you got a point there.
Yeah. In fact, it was this tank right behind me too. When I had my, I think it was when I had my Africans in that tank before I moved them. It was a long time ago.
Which is core come through here. They'll shock these fish up, man. Get those poles and run through the water. Those fish, man, will float on top of the water.
Mm-hmm.
They're not touching the ground, but I guess it's more electricity going to them.
That's why I don't like electricity, because I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I understand it enough to, do a few things like install lights and stuff, but past that, I don't. I understand it enough to respect it and not want to mess with it.
Same thing. A bird can sit on the ground on a wire.
Yeah.
Mr. Manifesto. Yeah, I've seen them do it, man. Roll over some big fish angling.
Good morning, Lori.
There's a guy got killed back here several years ago. They was out in a boat and had a generator, was going to try that shocking them fish out of a pond and everything, and he actually fell over and got electrocuted in it.
Sounds like poetic justice to me.
Yeah.
You get a fishing pole like the rest of the normal people.
They was in a little pond that went sour.
That's what happens when you mess with electricity and water. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yeah, I don't want no part of that.
Mm-hmm.
Furlough, Monster Fish Cow, appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I probably sound like a jerk, but I don't have any sympathy for people that
No, I mean,
try to catch fish like that, like by throwing dynamite in the water or throwing, doing electrical currents or whatever. Like, just grab a fishing pole and do it like do it like the rest of us.
Yeah, I've heard stories of them throwing dynamite in these streams and stuff and getting fish. And
Like you already. Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good. 21 in the room.
I was gonna say you're already in a small pond. Like the fish got nowhere to go. Just if you can't use a fishing pole to catch them, then there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be on the water to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, what good is that? The fun part is catching them and everything.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point of fishing. Like, it's not, electrocuting. It's called fishing.
Yeah. Derek.
What's up, Derek? You're welcome. You're welcome,
Up to
Lori.
23 in the room.
Anybody just coming in, smash that like button if you haven't.
Yeah, appreciate it, y'all. Make sure you got all these great people in here, man. We all need to keep growing.
Except
Yeah.
carp.
Yeah, if you're trying to get rid of a bunch of carp, I can understand that.
I could understand that too, but anything else, you're just an idiot. Anything else, you're just an idiot.
And in England, if they catch you in there doing that to carbs, you'd probably be sentenced to life.
Morning, Steph. I hate stupid people. She always comes in when we're talking about stupid people. It must be like always.
I hate stupid people.
Like she waits to make her entrance so we talk about stupid people.
Oh, well, she should come in early if she's waiting for that, though. Most of the time, out of the three of us, one of us is venting as soon as we get in here. Butcher Bus really got tied up.
See, here's the call. Yep. Yeah, we got storms coming through here again today.
Like I say, we're supposed to stay in the 60s for, I looked at the map last night, for about the next week now.
Yes.
All the dogwoods are bloom. I guess we're in dogwood winter.
It kind of worked out with me being off this week because we had to cancel some jobs because of the weather.
Really?
Yeah. So it kind of worked out.
That's good.
It just drives me crazy sitting at home.
Oh, it will, man. I used to. It's bad when you don't want to work, but when you stay at home, man, you wish you was working. It's crazy. Knocks fish out. Yeah, knocks them out for a few minutes. Been sleeping. Tom Kelly, man, my goodness. Hope you have an awesome day. Everyone says, man, he just pops in. Tom, I'll be glad when you can come in and hang out, man. Let me see. I see what I got. I can find for Tom. I'm gonna play a couple for Tom. Tom needs to enjoy that wave and stop that working so much. Appreciate you, Tom. Love you, man.
Light a candle, Butcher. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Tom got his first shot and he's doing good with it. I'm glad to hear that. Everybody, please make sure you got Tom Kelly Outdoors, y'all. He's a workaholic too, Eric. Man, I tell you, he's in the flooring business. He's been doing the flooring for years, and
nice.
They're all the time. He's got a heck of a crew too, and they're always doing big jobs up in Louisville, Kentucky.
Morning, Catfish. Morning, Furlough.
How you doing, Derek?
I'm good. How are y'all?
Great, doing good, man.
Just picked you up, Tom. Thought I had you, but I guess you two picked me
Awesome,
off.
Furlough. Appreciate that. He's an awesome guy. Tom's been with me from the start, y'all. Came down and fished with me a couple times and hung out, and we're going to get back to doing that stuff too if he ever stops working.
If you're able to work, you need to right now, though, because once
he went and got him. He's got a cabin on the lake, and last year he worked so much he never did even make it up there. Beantown's back.
What's up, bro?
RB, appreciate it. Believe me, Tom, I have you back, y'all. Probably already got most of you. You got to get out of that Starbucks, man.
I won't get it. Furlough knows where I was at. I wasn't in no Starbucks.
I hate stupid people grunting and puffing.
Hey, Seth. Good morning.
TJ, good time ever drunk. Love floors too.
Catfish, we got a big I shouldn't say big. It's not really too big, but we're building the altar at one of our local churches.
Really?
Yeah, doing all the granite work. Yeah, it's marble actually. Marble work.
Wow, marble.
Really, really pretty. Really, it's like white speckled marble. Yeah, it's gonna be really, really pretty. I'll see if I can take pictures when they get done with it. But yeah, it's gonna look really good.
I get kicked on at times looking at history and thinking about history, and it amazes me at times, like our capital here in Tennessee, downtown Nashville. Back in the days when that was built and the work, how they designed those buildings and then all the marble work and everything, it just blows me away.
Yeah, and
Thank you, Lord.
those marble slabs and stuff like they're heavy, heavy, heavy.
Yeah, and that's
Oh, yeah.
back when you didn't have all this machinery and everything. It just amazes me, man.
All the machinery to move it around.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, there was all manpower, literally.
Yeah. And they're designed, you don't see buildings designed, nothing like those kind of buildings anymore.
No, they're hard to the problem with it nowadays is they're really hard to maintain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With the way those with the all the granite veneer and stuff like that, one, it's a lot of money, and two, it's there. You got to keeping them watertight. That's part of what we do. We do the waterproofing aspect of stuff too, and it's keeping them watertight's a pain because of all the joints.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
beautiful
Because
work, though, man.
on the high rise buildings, the weather the weather is different up top one of those high rises. When you get above 350 feet, it when it rains and there's wind, it'll rain upwards. Like it'll rain vertically.
Yeah.
The wind will take the
Yeah,
rain
no
out of
problem.
the
R&B animals. I've done that all the time. I've
and
had people in that building.
it'll rain upward.
Yeah, just like MGRB, the Smithsonian, and Washington, D.C. I love just looking at that stuff and thinking about what went on back in those days and stuff.
yeah.
It amazes me.
Well, even
Good idea, B.
look around, even just drive around your town, right? And some of the oldest buildings in your town, I can guarantee, are the churches.
Yeah, that's true.
Look at some of the granite. Look at some of the granite and brickwork on the churches. That's some of the oldest buildings. Those are some of the oldest buildings out there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
the churches in my hometown, you can tell they're super old.
Oh yeah, when they're built to what you can tell how old they are basically from looking at the style of brick. If it looks like if it looks like it was struck with a hammer, they're usually. I mean, there's a lot of churches out there that are well over 200 years. Well over 150, 200 years old, and they still have the original brick in them. It's impressive.
Like I say, it just blows me away with not all the machinery, man. It just, but it's still, you could go way back in history. And how in the heck did they build the pyramids and everything back in?
No, they did it with all manpower. It was legitimately all manpower.
It's crazy.
It's incredible.
Yeah, there's a reason why they're still standing too.
Yeah.
And now, if they had to do that, they wouldn't get nothing built around here. Nobody would work.
Yeah, these people don't know how good they have it now, like when building houses and building big buildings and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Well, like I say, it would never get built anymore. It wouldn't. They couldn't keep enough people to build it.
Oh yeah.
Florida, we'll see you.
Later, Florida.
It's crazy. It's crazy though, because like with the way Furlough, you guys probably see it too. The when they put these high rises up, they don't do a lot. Like very rarely will you see ones that are full veneers. You know what I mean? Like a full granite, full marble veneer. It's usually the first couple of floors, and then it's that stainless steel paneling, the glass paneling, all for the top half of it, because you could take a 6 or 8 man crew with those prefab panels and rivet them to the side of a building and do an entire building in under a half a year. Like 4.5 months, and you can have an entire high rise, 80-story high rise, paneled and built and ready to go. the speed at which they can put those up compared to like a regular masonry built, masonry veneer building it's 5 times as quick.
Yeah, family church
But I tell you
still
what,
standing 300 years.
Mm-hmm.
but I tell you one thing though, that masonry, that brick building's gonna last 10 times as long as that stupid panel will.
For sure.
Oh,
Yeah. Then some of those historic places, just the way they paint the ceilings and everything, man.
You know what's really impressive too is when you go into some of these older like town halls, look at the wood molding, like the woodwork,
Yeah.
the wood accents and the wood molding. Because they did all that, they had to do all that by hand. They had the woodworking tools, the hand tools, to carve all those intricate little designs in the stairways and the molding. They did all that by hand. There was no CNC machines to do it like they do it now. It was all by hand.
I guess these days it would be way too expensive to build anything like that anyways. Imagine what it would cost these days.
Yeah, it's super expensive because you have to pay a craftsman to do that,
Yeah.
Why do you think people now, it's coming back where they take these like old like solid wood piece desks and and workbenches and stuff like that, and they rework them and they sell them for a premium because everything's made of particle board now. It's not usually a solid piece of wood that they CNC. It's it's not a solid piece of wood that's carved. It's just a piece of particle board that they glue a piece of strip board on the outside of, and to make it look like it's a piece of solid wood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you ever bought a solid wood like mahogany desk, those are like $1,000 for like a solid wood, workbench or desk. They are not cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can't hardly budge on neither.
Oh,
Living them in.
that's the other thing too. When you buy it and you put it together, right? It ain't going anywhere. So you better pick a spot.
It ain't going nowhere.
You better pick a spot to have it set up.
Yeah.
Particle board is just crap. You put it together, you can break it putting it together. Like,
Yeah.
What the hell?
We have an old 4-story mason lodge.
I tell you, it is
Yeah, Mike, can be, like say, amazing. Walk through, see the craftsmanship.
Mm-hmm.
It just blows me away. I love seeing all that stuff and everything.
And those guys that build that kind of stuff and do that woodworking and stuff like that, those dudes are true craftsmen, like true craftsmen. That type of trade has been handed down to them. You know what I mean? Like they've been doing that stuff for probably 2 or 3 generations.
What's even crazier, we've got up in Rome where I'm from, they've got Fort Stanwix up there right in the middle of town, and it's made out of nothing but wood. And that fort is like hundreds of years old, and it's still standing. It still looks good. Like they do tours through it and everything.
Crazy.
Well,
yeah,
I've got to go, y'all. I got to go to work soon, so I'll see y'all later.
See you, Derek. Good having you, man. Have a safe day.
Thank you.
But yeah, it's
have a nice day.
All right, buddy.
It's impressive, man. It really is. It's impressive to see, the stuff, that old, like especially like you want to get into like a real craft. Those guys that build the antique wood boats, that's craftsmanship here. Those guys that build the wood boats.
Oh yeah, those boats are still going.
Oh yeah, they work with the teak and the mahogany and stuff like that.
Yeah. But if y'all ever get a chance, look up Fort Stanwix in Rome, New York, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Like, if they were to build something like that now, it probably wouldn't last a year, like the way they built it. But they still got like the little shooting houses on each corner of the fort. Like,
yeah.
You know,
well, that's the whole fort's built out of those like like 8x8 or 12x12, like railroad tie style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
they're like, and back in the day, they used to. I guarantee they used to dunk. They used to just submerge those in pine tar. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So they last forever.
We got several
So-
places downtown like that, and I love riding by and seeing them and everything.
With those big timbers, yeah, the big timbers that are just. They literally just take a big iron spike and
Yep.
just drive it right through them, and that's it. That's the only
Yep.
thing holding it together.
Yep.
Vitra.
Perlo, you know this from being up here. There's a lot of history up here between you know all of New England and upstate New York. Like there's a lot of old buildings, old cemeteries. There's a lot of history up there.
Yeah. And then we got like Oriskany, like the Battle of Oriskany. That's a town that's another town over from where I'm from. They got all kinds of stuff from the Battle of Oriskany up there, and
Something
Civil War stuff.
Something's interested me. I was watching a video on YouTube. It's in Pennsylvania. This old building there, just in the middle of the town and everything, and all around that building, though, it's Benjamin Franklin and everybody buried all around that old building, right there on the sidewalks.
Yeah, it's like it's not the town hall. I forget what it is though. I know what you're talking about. I've heard about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I forget what the building is, but all the way around that building, man, it's just they're buried all the way around that place. And like I say, even Benjamin Franklin, that's crazy. If you think how old that place is.
Oh yeah.
And it's standing there.
When you guys get a chance, just Google Paul Revere's house in Boston, and you'll see it's literally situated in between two high-rise buildings, like wedged in between two big high-rise buildings. Oh yeah, they didn't want to destroy the house, so they just built the two high-rises beside it.
That's crazy. Like they couldn't move those high-rises somewhere else.
Oh yeah, they didn't want to destroy it because it's history, so they just built it around it. Literally, just built it right around it.
Yeah, they had a steel plant up in Rome called Revere, and they had like their little sign on the top of it was like one of them neon animated sign that had Paul Revere riding on his horse or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot, dude. There's a lot of history up here. There's a lot of old cemeteries, old buildings, old, the old, like you'd be walking through the woods and just the old rock walls and farmland marks.
It always amazed me when I deer hunt, man. When I deer hunted, I traveled, man. I stalked all back through the woods. But you'd be surprised how many old cemeteries and graves you'd walk up on out in the woods.
Oh, yeah.
From way back in the days, 1800s, and just in the middle of nowheres, man.
I love that all up there, like where you are, Terry, like Virginia and North. There's all kinds of like Civil War history.
Oh yeah. Like then you get to thinking about it. It's fun. We metal detect and everything. It's fun finding all that stuff. But then if you go watch an old show or something, then you see how those people charged each other and everything.
I'm telling you, man, like when you stand on some of those, like there's a couple of spots up here where you stand on like the battlefield. They were battlefields, old Perlo, you know what I'm talking about, right? You stand on these places and they're old battlefields, and it does bring you back a little bit. You know what I mean?
It runs chills up you when you get to standing there and thinking about it. And we got a spot down here. It's called Shelby Park down here, and it's a steep little mound and everything. And you can go back and see the old pictures back in the day where they had tents set up all over that place, and they was up on top there where they could look out. Then you go down there and stand on it and just get to thinking about all that.
Well, you sit there like at a place like that, and you look at it, you can almost like see it happening.
Yeah.
Like when you're just looking at the empty field or whatever, you can almost see what was happening.
Then when you find one of those bullets or one of the Civil War buttons and everything, it's just, it's crazy, man.
Quit hitting the duck, Butcher.
I keep getting phone calls.
Oh.
Oh, they got arrowheads all around here.
But you know, like, you know what I'm talking about. It's just like you said, like, you can look at the battlefield and you just kind of close your eyes for a second, and it makes, you know what it does? It makes you reflect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes you reflect the area itself. When you walk onto an old battlefield, you kind of just right off the bat just take a quick, 10 seconds to just look around and just,
And I live here just a mile and a half up the road. Is Andrew Jackson's mansion and everything, and down here where I live, and it's some oak trees and stuff down here on the water, man. It's so big around, it's unreal. And you get to thinking, you let your mind get to wondering. And I guarantee you, Andrew Jackson's been all up and down this property on the horses back in those days and everything. And it just blows you away when you think about it.
U.S. history was one of my favorite subjects. I love that. That was U.S. history. I really did I really did enjoy the U.S. history aspect of school. That was really, really interesting.
The Trail of Tears comes right through where I live at down here. It's crazy, man.
My my brother's house is circa 1767, I think.
Yeah.
And they did some digging in some history, and it was they have proven like actual documents from the city hall saying that it was a safe house for Union troops. So they actually used their property as a safe house for troops during the war.
Yeah. Andrew Jackson's place over here, man. If you ever come to Tennessee, though, it's a beautiful place, man.
Just the history. I've always liked areas like that where you can just, because that's the best, that's the coolest kind of stuff. You could just you just wonder, dude, like, it's crazy.
Brooklyn, after they did that, I had to get a new card after they got that friggin' money off that first one.
I remember you talking about that. That was a pain. That whole ordeal that you had to go through, was like a month long.
Sickening, man. Just sickening.
And they were like really like poking and prodding and not willing to work with you at all.
No, they never did settle it. Like I say, I just lost the money.
Yeah, I know. Which is kind of not good on them, because it's like most of those companies will be like, all right, let's, you know what I mean? Like, all right, something crappy happened, we'll fix it. You know, most of them are usually pretty good like that.
Yeah, most time.
Yeah, unfortunately, GRP, there's a lot of people that don't respect history, and that's, kind of the problem with the whole world these days. But I'm not going any further into it. So
I just like sitting and daydreaming, thinking back in those times and stuff, and appreciating everything. If
you take a second to appreciate, things that happen,
how many lives was lost around these areas, on these grounds and everything. And
well, the craziest part is they were fighting each other with hate in their heart, didn't even realize it. They were brothers. They were brothers,
Yeah.
Well, it's because nobody can see past this little thing right here.
Exactly. That's true, Brooklyn. I should be doing that.
You know what I mean? They were fighting each other with hate in their hearts, and they didn't even realize that they were on the same team.
Yep.
Oh, I know. But it's amazing to go back and, you can do it in all of these southern states and anywhere you're at, too, and just pull up some of the old pictures from those days, man.
Mhm.
I mean, down here at the Capitol downtown, it was just tents everywhere, and back during the Civil War and everything, and the Capitol standing there. It's crazy.
I've always found spots like that interesting, though. You know what I mean? Places with a lot of history behind them. Like as much as I can't stand Philadelphia's sports teams, the history in that city, you can't deny it.
The steamboats, old pictures of the steamboats down here on the river and everything. Chubbs, buddy.
Oh,
I don't know. I love it, and the bad thing about it, these kids in school, they're not getting taught about all that stuff anymore. To me, and I enjoyed all that in school.
We did almost like a half a year on U.S. history. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you looking like we're looking over here, Chubbs.
Yep. You can see my back patio turns into a pond whenever it starts raining.
Pouring down, ain't it?
Chubb's about to float away.
Is it doing that in Florida right now?
It's doing the same thing in Florida right now.
You got your floaties. You got your floaties there, Chubbs, just in case.
I thought I seen a goldfish swim by there.
Go get you the kayak there, Chubbs. You be good to go.
Man.
Yeah. Hey,
my
feet were not
over.
Yeah, we're expecting some heavy rain overnight tonight. It's starting to cloud up now, but yeah, they're saying about 2-3 hours of heavy rain overnight for us.
I need to watch the weather and see if that crap's coming this way.
Yeah, it's coming from that way.
It's going to be raining here all day until later this afternoon.
Y'all been getting quite a bit of rain down in Florida, haven't you?
Yeah, last weekend, this week. We need it, though.
Yeah.
Pound down some of this damn pollen that's floating around here.
Yeah, my car's green out here now. Richard Glenn, buddy, great seeing you. Thanks for coming in.
I washed my truck twice last week.
Nothing's really popped up here yet. I mean, there's a few flowers here and there for a little bit. No, like we're right on the verge. I would say in the next 2 weeks, everything's about to explode, and it's not going to be fun.
Yeah, we're in full blossom mode down here.
Yeah, there's a couple of flowers that have come up, but like I'd say another 2 weeks we're going to be in, the heart. We're going to be everywhere, or at least we're going to be right in the start of it. Everything's going to start going, and then for a whole month, like a month and a half, it's like that. It don't stop until like the start of June.
Yep.
You could see it too. I'll take videos of it, man. When I'm driving on the highway on the way home, it's like a yellow cloud just floating across the street. It's so thick.
Like I said, the yellow pollen and the blue paint on my truck make my truck green.
Catfish Mama mentioned me washing the car the other day, and they was calling for heavy rains that next day. I told her, I said, it's a waste of money to go out there and wash it.
You know what you do, right? That's when you know there's heavy rain coming. You just take you a bucket of water and some car soap and some car foam, and just suds up the car and just wait.
Yeah.
Yep.
I called up the body shop yesterday. He said, hopefully my truck will be done Friday. So
that'd be good.
After I messaged my the lady that was handling my claim on my insurance, and she couldn't be bothered to call the adjuster, so she gave me his number. I called him. He's like, yeah, I've been calling the body shop for the last 2 days. Can't get a hold of him. I called yesterday after I got off the phone with him. Within 2 rings on the phone, the guy answered.
That's their story, man.
I'm like, you sorry little ingrates. It's like, what do you people actually get paid to do? Like,
How about I break my size 13 off in your hind parts?
RB, I have to do water change on the ducks, little pun.
Yeah. My whole thing is like, what are you people actually getting paid to do? Like, I got to make phone calls for you. Like,
oh, those little boogers for the
That
insurance.
didn't sound good.
yeah, that didn't sound good at all.
Cool. Like a 12 to keep going for.
Was that thunder?
Yeah, I think that was thunder.
Good Lord, have mercy.
Wow.
That's how it was the other day over here. I was standing under the carport, giving work orders to the guys, and the lightning struck like probably down the street from us, and it was so loud.
Richard want to know what kind of truck, Eric.
It's a 2005 GMC Sierra 2500.
I got a 2009, same truck.
That's my work truck.
Mine's not a work truck, but it's a truck.
Yeah.
Well, I work in it too, so.
I guess I wouldn't really call it a work truck. It's what I like. If I have to haul something really heavy, that's what I use. But
Mine's an everyday. But I ain't drove it in a year and a half with technical issues.
Yeah. No, I just bought it. I bought it from my niece because it was her father's, before he passed away, and then she was driving it, and she couldn't afford the gas or anything anymore. So we bought it from her, and I had it for 5 days, and this lady decided she was going to run into the driver's side door.
5 days.
Thanks, JLB.
So yeah, it's been parked for the last 3 months.
Lord. Yeah.
Finally getting her out of the shop. That way we can fix everything else that's wrong with it. I mean, it runs, but there's just a lot of cosmetic stuff that's wrong with it.
Oh.
We'll get it fixed up and hopefully get a bunch of, let it live out its last few days with us,
Oh, yeah.
or last however many miles it's got on it,
Yep.
Y'all,
You're driving down the wrong way on a one-way road. Turn around, dumbass.
Hey, it's a one-way road. He's only going one way.
Everybody make sure you got time. Kelly Outdoors, y'all. Appreciate the super chat this morning.
I just watched a guy drive an entire block down the wrong way. Entire block, a whole block down the wrong way.
Fish tanks.
Well, you said it was a one-way road, huh?
And he was going one way, but it was
Thank you, Lord.
Yeah. Well, hey, that's all that matters. He was only going one way. Might not have been the right way, but it was one way.
It was one way.
All the cars facing the opposite direction, and dude driving up the road the opposite way.
Hey, they do that on the interstate here. You believe it's unreal how many crashes they have cars going the wrong way on the interstate.
Yeah, that's country people and city life.
Somebody got killed up here in our county just last week going the wrong way on the interstate.
Did they really?
Hit a tractor trailer. Yeah, it happens all the time. They hit a tractor trailer, and I'm talking. This was midday, daylight, and everything. It's crazy.
I'm gonna hop down here about 4 minutes there. I got to get the guys going.
All right, buddy. I appreciate it. Richard Glenn said who took the video with me. I'm already at 2 hours of streaming in 5 more minutes. It's crazy how quick it goes.
So I'll fully admit, if we're working on a building and the only way for me to get the truck and trailer to a spot to actually unload it with the equipment, I will back that big sucker right down the wrong way of that road and block that whole freaking road off to do what I got to do.
Y'all, I'm gonna make this stream last 23 more minutes. That'd be 8 o'clock this morning. Then I'm gonna shut it down about then. I think I'm gonna get in there and fix me some breakfast this morning.
They're finally they're finally putting boats back in the water here on the river in the city on the Charles. So that usually signals summer's right around the corner because everybody's putting boats back on the river.
Yeah.
Early spring, I reckon, huh?
Yeah.
Well, it's early summer for us.
A lot of those. So the Charles around here, the marinas are highly sought after. I mean, like highly sought after because there's only like certain parts of the river that are accessible to boat, to pleasure boats because a lot of the bridges in the city are real low lying. So the only thing that can really get underneath them is the small bow right, and the little bass boat, bass boats like the nitros and stuff that sits low in the water, because the bridges aren't really that high. They're more decorative, than anything. So,
down there in Panama, they right here what I'm looking at down there, but they got those dry docks down there, buildings, man. I bet you it's expensive as heck to.
The marinas marinas in Boston charge you 180, I think 180 to $250 a foot to park your boat.
A foot?
Yeah,
that's per week.
$250 a foot.
Wow.
Per week.
That's crazy. I was wondering about that. I figured it had to be really expensive
for the season. So you're paying. People are paying like $4,000 for like 4 months of 4 months.
And that's cheap.
Yeah.
Depends on the size of the boat, I'm sure.
I know in the Venice Marina, which is the lowest point of the lowest spot that they have one of those stackable marinas.
Yeah.
They're paying almost $12,000 to $15,000 a month to store their boat there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Some of those bigger boats. Oh yeah, dude. It's anything.
You're talking about you're talking about a boat that can go out and get tuna.
Yeah.
But $12,000 to $15,000 a month.
Yeah.
A month. Crazy.
We're in the wrong business.
Yeah.
There's parts of Boston. There's parts of Boston Harbor that are like that. Like the real sought after marinas. It's like you're paying. You're paying. Yeah. You're Chubbs. Like you're paying like.
I've actually been in Boston Harbor.
Yeah.
On that boat.
It's
on tugboat.
Yep.
It's crazy what some of these people pay to put their boats in the water.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of the thing that's even more like ridiculous about it is they'll put those mega yachts, like they'll park those mega yachts in the water, right? And they literally won't move. It's just like a floating hotel. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
They'll drive them to where they want to. They'll drive them to where they want to dock them, and then they literally just use it as a place to sleep and eat, and that's it.
Oh yeah. Well, a lot of companies, big companies, like the oil fields and stuff, they'll rent out one of those mega yachts and use it as a living quarter barge for the crew.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, I've done that job before. Had to go to a marina, hook up to a pretty much a big giant steel hull yacht that was a catamaran, and bring it out to the oil field so they could have a living quarter barge.
Yeah.
I said, boy, ain't that freaking nice?
How far out is it to those oil fields, Chubb?
Some of them are 2 or 3 miles. Some of them are 200 to 300 miles. It just depends on where you got to go.
I'm gonna hop down here, Terry. I gotta get the guys going. So.
Appreciate you, Furlough.
Later, Furlough.
some of those rigs down there in the Gulf, they're legit in the middle of the Gulf. They're way there.
Yeah, some of them are just on anchor lines because they're sitting in 3,000, 2,000 feet of water.
Oh yeah.
So there's no way they could actually be stationary, but they put 5-point anchors out and a lot of cable.
Oh yeah, because the continental shelf down there falls off a cliff after like 2, 3, 4, 5. After like 5 miles. Yeah, after you get away from the coastline, that continental shelf
It
falls
goes
off
from
a cliff.
it drops off from about 500 feet down to like 2,000 or 3,000.
Oh yeah.
In the Gulf down there.
Yeah.
Well, you got to go 5 miles. You got to go 5 miles offshore to get to like 200 or 300 feet. Then you go like 15 to 20 miles. You get to about 300 to 400 feet, and then once you get to the shelf, 600, 700 miles offshore, it goes from 500 to 2,000 or 3,000.
Wow.
Yeah, that's like it is. It's a heck of a drop off for here too. It's like 150 to 250 feet, for the most part, and then it gradually slopes down to 400. And then once you get to like the canyons where the tuna hang out in those deep water canyons, I mean those canyons are like 2,500, 3,500 feet easy.
That's why I like fishing out of Montauk, because they go up to your grounds up there, Beantown.
The canyons, yeah, the canyon. If you want big trophy tuna, the canyons are where you need to. The canyons are where it's at. I've seen more people hammer 700 plus pound tuna there than I can count. They hook up with big. That deep water holds some big fish.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, and those trophy fish, they fight. Chubbs, I'm sure you know it. They fight like with everything they got there. By the time you pull a trophy tuna on the boat, it's spent. It's got nothing left.
Yeah. Even one of those little blackfin tunas, any tuna type fish, they're just built for speed and power.
Yeah. And they literally they'll expend every ounce of energy when they know they're hooked. Like when you set that hook and that tuna knows that they're
right. You're getting 150%. You're gonna lose about 200 yards of line instantly.
Oh yeah.
There's no stopping it. They got to run.
It's insane it's funny because we let them take it. You know what I mean? We let them take it, let them run with it for like 5 seconds, and then you hit that clicker the opposite direction and set your feet and lay into it. That's when it's a different ball game. When that tuna knows that it's on, that something ain't right, it's on. That fight is on.
That pole better be strapped to you, and you better be strapped to the boat. You better hope the floor don't break.
Greg, the guppy guy, appreciate that. Monster Fish Cow.
What's up, Greg?
Everybody make sure you got Monster Fish Cow, y'all.
What's up, RB? What's up, Minnesota Outdoors?
Greg, buddy.
There's nothing like, and I mean nothing like hooking up with a trophy tuna. You won't experience another kind of fight out there. It is something else.
Greg, you got 2 different sites. You didn't change your name. You just got two channels, or what?
Hey, Minnesota Outdoors. Hey, bro, we got them all up here, dude. Those trophy bluefin. It's legendary, dude. They will fight you tooth and nail every bit. They're a lot of fun to catch, but it's a lot of work. It's 3 hours of work.
Yeah, we get some little bluefin over here, but they got to go way out there to get them. But we get a lot of yellows and a lot of black.
Yeah, I was wondering if they ever get bluefins in the Gulf or not.
Yeah, you get small ones. When I say small, it maybe 100 pounds. And that's small for a tuna.
You can get albacore right off the jetties, off the rocks.
Yeah.
Well, where I'm at in the Gulf, you know, I'm in the middle of the Gulf, so they don't really come out here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Albacore fun to catch too. They fight too. They're
Yeah,
Fish Tank, appreciate you.
I'm
we get a
intending
lot
to
of
do
big
that
wahoo
this year.
and big amberjack too.
I see those guys suited up off the rocks, the
Yeah.
waves hitting at them, but they're pulling those fishes in like.
Oh yeah, they got a lot of people to do it. But
Tarpon is one that's on my list. I'd like to hook into a good tarpon.
I've hooked
I've
into a
heard the fight for them
tarpon
is legendary
on
too.
man, them things is ridiculous.
Yeah.
When you get the big ones, I've never brought one in, but I've
Oh,
hooked into probably quite a few of them. But they are a ridiculous fight. They're so jumpy and they're violent.
I've seen them catch them
Silver
on the
bullets
pier
that are
down
very
Panama.
violent.
That's what I've heard. They'll breach the water and everything. They're another one
Quickly.
that'll fight you tooth and nail.
Yeah. Like a ladyfish. You ever hooked into a ladyfish?
Yeah.
And they just start jumping? Well, picture that fish magnified by 7 foot,
Yeah.
8 foot, and 300 pounds. And that thing just starts jumping 10 feet in the air, shaking like crazy. Well, this is impossible. It's almost impossible to keep a hook in them.
That's why those ladyfish are, man. We catch them every year down there. They're fun to catch. But, man,
They're
I
good bait
use
too.
them. Yeah, I use them for bait, but, man, it's hard to get them in. They jump so much.
Yeah, you gotta have a really fast action or a really fast tip on a really light action rod.
Yeah, and they're jumping just from time you put the hook in them till you get them in.
You gotta have a lot of parabolic bend because them things are real shaky.
Yeah.
There's like a 9 foot pole that can bend almost tip to tip.
Yeah.
Later, RB.
A really good line that doesn't stretch and a really fast reel.
Yeah.
Have a great day, Tease. Tank.
They're fun to catch.
Oh yeah.
RB, appreciate you.
The tarpon
Tank is out of here too.
Clean or ridiculous to catch.
What's that, Steve?
The Tease Fish Tank is leaving us as well.
Tease Fish Tank, buddy.
Right, T.
Yeah, those tarpons, I guess you're not even allowed to keep one, are you? Or
Oh yeah, you can keep them if you want to, but they don't. They ain't no good.
Yeah, they're no good for nothing. They're like a giant skipjack, but
that's pretty much what they're all in the same family. The whole family's not any good. I don't eat them anyway.
But I didn't know if it was a law that you couldn't keep them or not.
No, there ain't no. Well, in Louisiana, I should say, there's no limit or even size limit that you can keep them or not keep them.
Because I have seen a few real old mounts in the past where somebody would have one mounted or something. But
well, if you see one that's an actual scale on mount, that's rare.
Yeah,
yeah,
they're real old mounts.
Yeah, because they don't even do that anymore.
Anymore, everything's fiberglass.
Yeah, they just take measurements, take pictures, and match it to the color,
Yeah.
Because it's too oily. It takes a really long time to age out and to get the oil out the skin, and it's just too messy and too big of a risk to mess it up.
Dino. Yeah.
Some of them skins, they leak for years. Even redfish.
Really?
The oil coming out that skin, it's hard to get it out.
Huh.
You've done some taxidermy. I'm sure you know how some skin can be.
Yeah. But I know about all saltwater, I think. Well, everywhere is just kind of getting to that.
They're getting to do that a lot with bass, too, because they want to keep the big bass out in the water.
Yeah, and that's good and everything.
Yeah. So you just take a picture of it. You take some measurements across the belly, across the head, and, mouth width and everything, and they make a whole fiberglass one.
Yeah. And like I say, that's good and everything. And let those big big bass go back, and
Oh yeah, you can just
that's
have
how
them
they
in this
keep
fish,
getting
'cause that's all it
bigger,
really
man.
is anyway.
That's the reason I like turning these big catfish loose, because you might go back and catch that thing in 2 or 3 years and be even bigger, man.
Yeah, but you see, the reason I don't have any mounts is because it takes so long to cook the mounts down. The real fish cook down real easy.
I know it. Scott's Aquatic, Pepin Creek,
What's up,
buddy.
Pepin?
Yeah, those mounts don't taste too good.
No, that's like going hunt a deer to get a rack on your wall. What's good is the rack. You can't cook that down, not even in 2 days. But nah, never did have a thrill or a thought about getting a mount.
Well, the good thing these days, I've caught a many a fish that back in the day it would have been nice to have a phone with a camera on it. But the good thing these days, you can get a picture of any of your trophies you catch, and back in the day, you couldn't do that and everything.
Yep.
But it'd been nice had cameras back then where you could at least got a snapshot or something.
Yep. Well, even when I did have camera phones, I lost the picture, I lost the phone, and still ain't got that one, So.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah. Now they come out with the cloud, and even if you do lose your phone, if you took a picture on it, but right before you lost it, you're gonna have that picture.
Yeah, that's pretty neat with that cloud deal and everything.
Oh yeah.
As long as that don't never crash, I don't understand that deal, but
yeah,
it's out there somewhere. It's a good thing and a bad thing.
Yeah.
If they got that on cloud, what else are they putting on cloud?
Everything.
Yeah.
Guarantee.
This cloud was supposed to be safe, but it's not.
Big hook.
I read on the internet that they can't lie on the internet, so.
It's just the world we're living in, man. No matter what we want, we can't change it.
That's right. I'm not a professional, but I play one on YouTube.
Yeah. Chubbs, I love that guarantee.
Guarantee.
I hate stupid people. The guarantee. I love to be able to visit down in Louisiana. It'd be neat. We've been talking about historic places and everything this morning. That's another place down there, man. But all the old buildings and everything.
Besides New England, like the Boston area and stuff like that, and there really ain't no more historical place than Florida or Louisiana.
Yeah, I like that one video you had running the tugboat up there, showing a lot of those old buildings and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. I like going through the New Orleans area. There's a lot of history right there, Paul.
And I'd love to go. I've heard a lot about down in Florida, that St. Augustine. That would be a neat place to visit and everything over in that area.
They have an actual steamboat that goes from Tennessee down to New Orleans.
Really?
Yep.
Man, that'd be awesome. I wonder how long a trip that would be.
I think it's 2 days or 3 day trip.
Really? That would be neat, man.
Yeah, they could have a 7 or 10 day trip. You ain't no telling. They can make it as long as they want to. All they got to do is stop.
Yeah, I didn't know how long it would take them to actually get down there if they was
I mean, a straight run, you're talking about maybe 3 days. Yeah, about that.
I know the trip coming back would be the slowest part because
Well, that'll depend on the, the river stage. You know, if the river's real high, it's going to take a long time to get back up.
yeah,
Uh,
I've took our
but the thing
steamboats.
about it is it ain't going to take long to get down.
Yeah, I've
When the
took our
river's up.
steamboats to the hockey game. Used to you could get on them, and you still can the football. Ride
Yep.
down to the football game or the hockey game, and you can tell the difference coming back, man, when they're coming up the current on those
Oh, yeah.
things.
Oh, yeah. Well, in a high river over here, you know, say you got a 17 feet is flood stage, and usually it doesn't get above 15. But when it's at 15 feet, you have a fifth. Yeah, in one bend, I know for sure, with a 15-foot river, you got a 15-mile-an-hour current. Now, a 15-mile-an-hour current means you're going downriver at 15 miles an hour.
Yeah,
That means you have to go more than 15 miles an hour to be able to go upriver 1 mile an hour.
yeah, exactly.
So if you can go up, if you can move, let's say you got a 10-mile-an-hour current and your boat does 11 miles an hour. Well, going back upriver, you can only go 1 mile an hour.
Yeah, it's
But if you got a boat
crazy.
that can go 20 miles an hour, that means you can go 30 miles an hour going downriver.
Yeah. Brienne. Yeah, it's a big difference going back up that current, man.
Yeah.
Hi, Brienne.
But they're fun. I used to enjoy going to the ball games on it and everything, and we'd ride down there and wouldn't have to worry about driving down there, parking and everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I worked on the river. Well, I've been working on tugboats all my life. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, I did a lot of work on the river, all up and down it from St. Louis, Missouri, down to Venice, Louisiana.
like I say, it's neat seeing all the places and stuff like that, like you got in the videos.
Oh, yeah.
I love all that old history stuff and everything.
Yeah, they
That's
definitely
like
got.
our Second Avenue got blowed up Christmas Day down here, man. They tore up a lot of old buildings that morning,
That's not good.
and they claim they're going to build it back, try making it, but it'll still never be the same as it was. But
Yeah. You know, it's a shame that they let them tear down all the, all the historic landmarks or whatever.
I know it's so
You
crazy,
know,
man.
the buildings that they're tearing down nowadays. Because they got a lot of meaning there. You know.
It's
Sometimes they do that on purpose. They take advantage of the situation so they could move on and put new buildings and
It's
do
just
other stuff and
they
storage
they
things.
take things that they make derogatory to use as their advantage, to
Yeah,
use in
sometimes.
yeah.
their advantage.
Yeah, they do.
It's like that tornado hit up here last year. They took advantage of that, man, and getting a lot of this property where the tornado did damage and stuff, and put a lot of people out of their homes and not letting them build back and buying the property up where they can just build all
Oh
this
yeah,
crap.
yeah.
They did that over here in the area, in the downtown area. Um, the area flooded, so they bought out the stuff, and now the property that's just further off of that is more expensive because now you can't build you can't
Yeah,
build close to the water. So
Oh yeah. Happens everywhere.
it does.
the property further back is more expensive than the one closer to the water.
Yeah,
Well, they made it to where if it's on the outside of a protection levee, you can't insure it. So anybody smart is going to move on the inside of the levee because if you don't have life insurance or health insurance or house insurance, or anything, well, you're at your own risk.
Yeah, that's another thing. The insurance companies aren't revising their flood levels, their maps. They're using old maps. So there's new areas that are flood prone that they know. So
Yeah.
Yeah, living them in. I know y'all going through really rough up there.
Hey, you live outside of protection levy, you're at your own risk. You don't have no more. No, you can't insure nothing.
Yeah, around here, everywhere. It's like say Florida and everywhere. It's a lot of places you can't even get flood insurance around here, even if you want it and stuff. In some of these places,
Yeah, because they charge an arm and a leg for it.
yeah. And it's been a lot of properties lost and everything. And up here in our county where the tornado hits, where it was homes, especially on the main strip, now it's just an excuse for them. Now they bought the property out and they're throwing up little strip malls and stuff where it was this time last year. Well, a little bit sooner, it was homes sitting there. So
last year we got hit with 6 hurricanes.
Yeah.
Insurance was well through hundreds of billions of dollars. And this year they cutting throats and taking names.
Yeah. Exactly.
Mhm.
Well, y'all, I lied about the 8 o'clock deal, but I'm ending this in 8 minutes. I'll be streaming 2.5 hours. I'm not going to lie this time. I'm going to make me some breakfast.
What you gonna have for breakfast?
I think I'm going to have me some sausage and eggs.
Come on, let's keep talking about it. Get everybody hungry. Everyone's gonna make breakfast after this.
Hey, you the one that asked them.
I ate breakfast. I was just cooking it before I got on. Home fries and cheesy eggs.
I did Old Charlie's yesterday. I did go in there and get me a little sirloin steak and a salad. Man, it was good.
As bad as the weather was when I woke up this morning, I just ate cereal and milk because I didn't think it was going to last. I didn't think the power was going to last. Nothing worse than cooking on an electric stove and the power go out.
Oh, man, what are you talking about? Yeah. It's just some regular sausage patties, GRB. I'd love to have some country sausage, but it's pretty good sausage.
They like Polish sausage or chorizo style sausage?
No, pork sausage.
Yeah, I like Jimmy Dean.
Yeah, this here's Waggity's or something like that.
Yeah, I like the Jimmy Dean sausage. That's some good stuff.
I love good country smoked sausage, man. I'd love to have some of that.
Some good smoked andouille.
Jimmy Dean's is some good sausage, though.
Yeah. Like that Brian smoked sausage.
Yeah.
That's some
Cracker Barrel. I love Cracker Barrel sausage, man.
That's pretty good.
But when it comes down to it, I about like it all, as long as it ain't turkey sausage.
Well, even if they got enough sauce with the turkey sausage, it might be good.
Right here.
Yeah.
Depends on the barbecue sauce.
Yeah, that's true. But like I say, man, 6 more minutes will be 2.5 hours. It's been another great stream, man.
Right on.
Darn raccoon knocked down my.
Did what?
What happened? Couldn't hear you still.
Something happened.
Yeah,
I heard something about a raccoon.
Raccoon. Yeah, coon knocked out something.
Yeah.
All right, Catfish, I'm going to go ahead and jump over here.
Chubbs, I appreciate you, buddy.
Appreciate you letting me on.
No, man, don't appreciate let you on. You're welcome anytime, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, same with you. If you ever want to come on mine, even though mine's usually real late, but
I know that's my only problem, man. By the time you take over, and especially on the weeks I got to get up next morning for school
right.
with my grandson, but
Yeah.
I love your streams and everything.
Oh yeah. Well, appreciate it. All right, everybody. Y'all have a good one.
All right, we'll see you, buddy. Steve, what happened, man?
I just stepped outside the house. I don't know. All right. So you're
I
getting
heard-
off right now then?
Heard something about a raccoon and we lost you.
Oh, darn raccoon knocked down my trash bin.
Oh,
I gotta clean off. You know, if you got raccoons, you know what I gotta do next.
yeah. I didn't know if you got attacked by one or not when you stepped out. You went blank on us.
I went after that raccoon.
Chubb said, "What happened to him?" Thank you, Scott, for being here, man. Y'all don't thank me. Y'all the reason I can sit here and drink my coffee and enjoy myself. It starts my day off awesome every day, y'all. I appreciate every one of y'all. And like I say, man, I'm blessed. Right now, I've still got 19 people in the room.
Yeah, I'm glad you're doing these morning streams.
Yes, you can thank Steve for this. He's the one who got me back doing the morning streams. He mentioned it, and it's been doing the good. Been making me miss a lot of sleep, but thank you, Steve.
Yeah, it makes you miss a lot of sleep. You can at least look forward to a good breakfast then.
I could be in there snuggled up with Bailey right now, dreaming.
Bailey probably upset with me. Like, man, there's Darn still in here, him and his morning streams.
I tell you though, no, all kidding aside though, I have been feeling a lot better since I've been getting myself out of that bed and moving around and everything. So, and it's all because of all of y'all and everything. I tell you, that bed will kill you if you stay in it too much.
It will. It will. I've seen it happen to 3 people so far.
Yeah, it'll kill you, man. And you think it's helping you laying around, but it makes it worse.
And Terry, when I mean that, I literally seen it kill 3 people. 3 people that were supposed to get out of bed and start moving around or whatever, and just I want to stay in bed, and then eventually they really did become bedbound, and then complications.
You do, man. I know. I know if I lay in there too long, man, I get feeling even worse, but I know it ain't good for you if you can get up and stir around and everything.
Yeah, the circulation, the body to circulating.
Yeah. But y'all, Tom Kelly, outdoors, y'all. I appreciate Tom Kelly for the super chat.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Everybody make sure you got Tom Kelly.
I like that for it.
Yeah, I like that one there. Drop the mic. Oh, man. But I'm still going to make one up for Mr. Peplin, too. Baby steps. I ain't forgot about it. I appreciate Peplin Creek Aquatics. I've been picking his ear a lot about what I'm wanting to do with my next tank I'm going to buy and everything. So I'm probably driving him crazy with questions and everything. But love you, Peplin. Lori Crochet Corner, appreciate you. Monster Fish Gal, Lori, love you. Thanks for all the hard work. Steve, love you, man.
Right,
Furlough Aquatics, I love Furlough. I hope his ribs gets better. And Chubbs, Butcher Block, love Butcher Block. I love all of y'all. But the Catfish is out of here.
Everyone, thank you all for being you. Smile often. See you.
All right, everybody be careful, y'all, and I'll see you around. Thank you, Lori. Hey, you're more than welcome, Peplin. Everybody have a great one, y'all.